Dear children, how are you today? Сәлеметсің бе, балалар? Қалдарың қалай? Здравствуйте, ребята. Как ваши дела? The theme of our lesson is my favorite writer's biography. Бүгінгі біздің сабақ тақырыбымыз сүйікті жазушымның өмірбаяны. Тема нашего урока называется «Автобиография любимого читателя». Speaking. Айтылым. Говорение. Do you like reading? Сен кітап оқығанды ұнатасың ба? Ты любишь читать книги? When, where? Қашан және қай жерде? Когда и где? What kind of books do you like reading? Сен қандай кітаптарды оқығанды ұнатасың? Какие книги ты любишь читать? Let's answer the questions. Кәне сұрақтарға жауап берейік. Давайте отвечайте на эти вопросы. Let's learn about writers. Жазушылардың туралы білейік кәне. Давайте узнать о писателях. William Shakespeare. 1564-1616. A great English writer. He is one of the most famous ever. He was born 1564 in Stratford-on-Avon. His plays and the strategies, Romeo and Juliet, Julius Caesar, Hamlet, Othello, King Lear, Macbeth are well known. He wrote comedies, historical plays and some very good poetry, especially the sonnets. Кәне аударайық. Давайте переводить. Let's watch the video. Кәне видео көрейік. Давайте смотреть видео.
Was William Shakespeare again? Well known, the Bard was an English author of famous plays about a lot of different things, and he lived during the Elizabethan era. But why is Shakespeare considered such a great artist? Born in England in 1564, he started his career as an actor and playwright as a member of the actors group the Lord Chamberlain's Company, which would later become the King's Company. They played in several theatres until they eventually built the famous Globe Theatre, their very first own stage. As there were only male members in the company, every role had to be played by men. But that wasn't the reason why Shakespeare's plays like Othello or Hamlet were very popular. To match the various tastes of a diverse audience, Shakespeare created texts of high complexity, containing relatively simple plots, as well as subtle nuances. Being the key to his success, his stories also contained multiple interlocking plots, twists and confusions, containing something for everyone in the audience. So it wasn't just the common people who enjoyed his works, his company even played at the King's Court for the amusement of the aristocracy. Besides the plays, Shakespeare also wrote a multitude of sonnets and poems. At first, his work consisted almost exclusively of histories and comedies, like A Midsummer Night's Dream and Henry VI. Later, tragedies like Hamlet also became part of his portfolio. In his work, Shakespeare used his own special language, rich in metaphors and vivid images. He even created new words which became firmly established. As a consequence, many English words used today, like lonely and gossip, make their first appearance in one of his plays or sonnets. Shakespeare died in 1616 at the age of 52, but his plays are still performed today and amaze audiences. Shakespeare's stories have found their way into many of today's movies, books, and even music. And fortunately, nowadays, women can also play Juliet.
Daniel Defoe, 1660-1731. A well-known English writer who wrote one of the first novels in the history of English literature. It was Robinson Crusoe, 1719. He was born in London. He visited many countries and met many people. That helped him to write his stories. Let's watch the video. Конец видео көрейік. Давайте смотреть видео.
Daniel Defoe, the author of Robinson Crusoe, was born in London on September 13th, 1660. As a young man, he studied to become a Presbyterian minister, but he abandoned the clergy in favor of making his fortune as a merchant. Defoe traveled widely and enjoyed some success until declaring bankruptcy in 1692. His interest in politics led him to become a political writer, but then he became a journalist and a pamphleteer. His first political pamphlet was published in 1683. Politics and religion were closely connected, and he tackled these subjects fearlessly. On more than one occasion, his writing landed him in jail. His political writings appeared in his journal, The Review, published from 1704 to 1713. The Review started as a weekly, but eventually published 3 times a week. Defoe's interests in religion, politics, and trade come together seamlessly in Robinson Crusoe. Themes appear in implicit and explicit ways. Defoe is considered the father of the English novel, and Robinson Crusoe was the first novel written in English to use the prose narrative form. The boundaries between nonfiction and fiction were blurry here, and Defoe draws on the conventions of travel literature, memoirs, and conversion narratives. Throughout Robinson Crusoe, Defoe's character moves back and forth between narration and his own journal entries. The novel earned Defoe immediate and international fame, and 2 sequels were published, but neither achieved the popularity of his first novel. Other works he published include Moll Flanders and A Journal of the Plague Year. Both were published in 1722. Defoe married Mary Tuffley in 1684, and the couple had 8 children, 2 of whom died before adulthood. Defoe himself passed away in London on April 24th, 1731. Film adaptations have been made of Robinson Crusoe, and it also inspired many different films and television series, including Lost, Castaway, The Martian, and Gilligan's Island. Though it was published 3 centuries ago, Robinson Crusoe remains a popular and beloved novel to this day.
Jonathan Swift, 1667 1745, a famous English writer, was born in a poor family in Dublin, Ireland. He wanted the Irish people to be happy. He wrote satirical novels. The most famous novel is Gulliver's Travels. It is about England of his time. Let's watch the video. Конец видео көрейік. Давайте смотреть видео.
Quiet. We're almost there. Where is it? I don't know, but it was right here. Here. Oh, yeah? Well, where is it now? Well, I can't understand it. It was right here. Honest.
Giant. Dragging us out in the dead of the night. Chasing wild geese.
Scabby must have been seeing things. Maybe it just got up and flew away.
Yeah, and breathing fire.
Look out, Debbie! Your giant's gonna bite you! Hey, fellas, maybe it was me. Look, I'm a giant. I'm a giant. Listen.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 1
Okay, your task is to write some information about your favorite writer's biography. Қазіргі тапсырма өздеріңнің сүйікті жазушың жайлы ол және оның өмірбаянын жазып шығасыздар. Вам задание написать автобиографию любимого читателя.